Hey guys, this is Alfred back with another video, and in today's video I want to talk about 5 amazing teams you can try to play with VARESA. So these are the 5 teams that I have tried and I have seen some success, and I've also have some fun with some of these teams. So these are some spicy teams I'm coming up with. Without further ado, let's begin with this video. Now the first team I want to talk about is a very standard VARESA Plunge team. This might be her best team. So the team comp will be VARESA with Xian Yun, followed by Furina, and the last character is very flexible, although I would recommend you play San for the last one, but you can also get away with something like Silonen, Bennett, or any other of the shredding characters, and it will be completely fine. This is a very versatile comp. Remember, the core for this team will be VARESA, Xian Yun, and Furina, and this will be the best team for VARESA right now. The second team I want to talk about is an overload team. This one is a little bit more fun, a little bit more spicy, but we'll only be using 2 elements, which is Elctro and Pyro. So for this staple for the team, we're going to be using VARESA paired alongside with Chevarus and Mavuika for the Pyro, and for the Elctro character, once again, it will be San, although you can get away with something like Ororon, or you can also run something like Kuki Shinobu for the healing, and that will be completely fine. For the Pyro character, it does not need to be Mavuika. Let's say you don't have Mavuika, you can use an off-field Pyro applier, something like Xiangling, or you can also just use Bennett for the healing and damage amplification for your VARESA. Overall, this team is super fun. You need to experiment with what you have, but generally speaking, you can only run 2 elements, which is Elctro and Pyro, because you're going to be playing Chevarus. Now the third team, this one is also a very fun team. This is an Aggrevate team. So for the core for the Aggrevate team, you're going to be using VARESA with Nahida, and the last 2 characters are very flexible. You can flex between an Elctro off-field applier. You can also flex between another Dendro character, or if you want to be more specific, you can also lean towards the Hyperbloom, which means you need to play a Hydro character. If you're leaning towards the Hyperbloom route, you would definitely want to play Furina in that comp, so the flex will be VARESA, Nahida, and Furina for a Hyperbloom comp, and the last character is super flexible, so feel free to experiment with what characters you have. Now the 4th team is going to be similar to the first team, but this team we're not going to be 100% focusing on VARESA's Plunge attack. This will be her Fireworks team comp. So in the early parts of Genshin Impact, there was a Fireworks team comp revolving around Elctro, Hydro, and Pyro being the main elements for the reaction, and the 4th slot being very flexible. So similar here, we have the VARESA Firework team comp. So the core for this team will be VARESA plus Furina. The Pyro character is super flexible. You can run something like Mavuika, Xiangling, Bennett, so similar to the Overload team. And finally, the flex slot, the last slot, can be literally anything. You can run Kazuha Zhongli for Shred. You can run Silonen San for the supportive Natlan artifact set as well. So very, very flexible once again. So experiment with what you have. Now the last team of Tom I want to talk about, this one is a very interesting. This is the Mono Elctro team comp for VARESA. This team is a little bit more specific, so let's talk about it. Now the main staple for this comp will obviously be VARESA, Kujo Sara, and San. These 3 are the core for the Mono Elctro team. The last slot is super flexible. You can run Xian Yun for plunge damage. You can run Kazuha for grouping and for further Elctro shred. So it's super flexible once again, very, very similar to the other comps. But this one, you'll only be focusing mostly on your Elctro damage, which is why you want to run something like Kujo Sara. Or if you don't have Kujo Sara, you can just play any of the other characters I talked about before, and it will be completely fine. And with all that said, thank you guys so much for watching this video. This video was very interesting. We'll be talking about the VARESA team comps, and there's a lot of things that you can change between these comps. Anyways, if you like videos like this, please do leave a like. It shows me I should do more. Comment down below what team comp you're currently playing your VARESA in, and finally, do subscribe. We'll be doing more videos like this in the future. And with that, I will see you guys next time. Peace.